Hey guys, today the topic that we are going to cover is how we can insert a checkbox on Excel sheet. Now, in Microsoft, you can have a lot of ActiveX controls. So ActiveX, when I'm talking about checkbox, it is an ActiveX control which is being talked about. We can have button, we can have list boxes, text boxes, combo boxes. Yeah. But today specifically, we'll talk about checkboxes. But like we can add check boxes for project managers to show the completion of a task. I can have a checkbox to mark the attendance of students in a particular class and count them. Yeah, so that way it looks better. It looks good. I can have a dashboard with checkbox options to select various options to uh, give a particular cut about my data to certain users. Yeah. Now, to insert a checkbox or any ActiveX control, you need to have a developer tab. Yeah. In your ribbon, on your ribbon, you need to have a developer tab. Right now, I cannot see the developer tab available in my ribbon. So what I need to do is I need to go to File in my Backstage view. I need to go to Options and Customize ribbon. In Customize ribbon, you will find the developer tab. You will find the developer tab available, but it is unchecked. You see this? So I need to check it so that it is made available on the ribbon. If the developer tab is not available in this section of customized ribbon, you need to search it over here in this all these tabs, and you can add that particular section. But right now I have it over here. So which was unchecked. So I'm checking it right now and I click on OK. So as soon as I click on OK, you will find the developer tab has appeared here. Okay. Now I go to the developer tab. In developer tab, you will get an option in controls group. You'll find an option to insert. In insert, you'll find all the ActiveX control, whether it be button, you have the list box, you can have a scroll button, you can have a text box, you can have a text label. Yeah, you can have a radio button as well. Yeah, that's an option button. Yeah, right now what we are looking out for is a checkbox. So we'll add a checkbox here. So I'll just click on this particular option for checkbox. I'll add it here. I will add it in the B2 cell. Here I have the checkbox for myself. So I can tick it, check it or uncheck it depending on my requirement. Yeah. Let's make it a bigger. Yeah, that's checkbox one. I can remove the name if I do not want. This is the window for executing the command. So I'll just leave it as of now. So what we can do for an instance, if I want to mark attendance for my students, yeah, what I can do is I can just type in the name here, name, and I'll have present tick mark yes or no. Yeah, so I have Nilesh, I have Rajesh, I have Tina, Rakesh, uh, Joseph. Yeah, and I will copy this. I just rename the checkbox. I do not want the name here. So I have this checkbox here. So I can move this checkbox as in how I like it. So I can have multiple checkbox. So see, I'll press. I have one more for Rajesh. I will have one more for Tina. I'll have one more for Rakesh. And I'll have one more for Joseph. Yeah, so I have all the cells with a checkbox in it, which I can click. Yeah, and where did we get it from? We got it from insert and we got the checkbox. Okay. Let me show it once again. So I have this checkbox. I am adding it. I'm adding it here. So I have this checkbox. Let me remove the name. I do not want the name as such because, okay. So I have this checkbox. I can tick it inside to mark it. So I'll just keep it a bit aligned inside this. Okay. Now I'm done. So I'll add one more checkbox for Rajesh. I'll have one more, as I said, for Tina. I have for Rakesh. And lastly, I have, just excuse me for my alignment. I've just kept them. So I can mark them present if they have come to the class. Now, how do I select? Suppose I created an additional checkbox. Yeah, you cannot select them by just dragging your mouse or through your shift control or anything like that. What you need to do is you need to go to file, sorry, not file, you need to go to home. Here we'll find an option to find and select. In this option of editing, you will find an option to select object. So if I click on select object, it will specifically allow me to select objects. Yeah. So that's how you can select object and delete them if not required. So I'll select this object and press delete on your keyboard. It will delete it. Yeah. Or I can right click on this particular thing and say cut or delete it. Okay. So right now I'm just deleting it using the delete button on the keyboard. So that way I've deleted it. Now what I can do is, since I have created this checkbox, I need to have some control so that I understand whether the particular guy was present or not. Just making it checked, I'm not able to count any of them. Yeah. So I need to have some value coming out of it so that I can understand what's happening. So what I can do is I can right click on it, click on format object, and here, what is the thing that I want to do? Yeah. Now, what I want to do is, if it is checked, cell B2, not B2, I will, cell link is B2. Yeah, it is B2. It should show me a value. So I say, okay, you'll find, not B2, I'll do something else. I'll have it in C2, just next cell to it. So C2, I say, okay. So you'll find as soon as I check it, there is a value that has come here. So if I check here, there is no value that is coming here. See, if I uncheck, but it becomes a false. See this? As soon as I uncheck it, let me come back to the first one. I checked it, so it becomes true. If I uncheck it, it becomes false. Yeah, so I have a dependent cell on it. Now what I can do is I can have the similar formatting for everyone. Yes. So I can have the similar formatting for everyone here. So I click on it, say format control. If checked, I need it in C3. Yeah, I say okay. Again, format control, checked, C4. Yeah, format control, C5. And here, format control, checked, C6. Okay. Now I have all the values that will be coming. So if I tick it, it will become true. If I untick it, it will become false. But I still cannot count the number whether it is checked or unchecked. So how do I count? So what I can do is I can just say, have a formula saying is equal to if this equals to true, then 1 or it will be 0. Oh, let me correct that. So this is a if condition. So if it is true, it will give me 1. So, and if I say total students present, yeah, so that would be a total of all the ones that I have. So I'll say sum, that is 1, student is present. So if I click on another right now, Tina, you can see the student present has become 2. Yeah. So this is how I can to play around with the checkbox to get the desired output. This is how I play around with the checkbox to get desired output. Yeah. I can also have conditional formatting. So I can make all these cells as green if its value is true. Yeah. So what I can do is I can select the cell, go to conditional formatting. Okay. Go to conditional formatting, set a new rule. Yeah. I'll say use formula to determine, and I'll say uh, if B or no C2 equals to true. Yeah. So I'll say okay. Oh, I need to give the color as well. I'm really very sorry. So I need to select the formula. Let me edit the previous formula that I have added. Manage rules. I have okay. So I need to set the color. So I'll say format fill color to green. I'll say okay. Say okay once again. I'll say okay. You find the as soon as I make or check the box, the names are highlighted in green. So suppose I check Rakesh, it will be highlighted in green and the count has moved to 3. If I remove Nilesh from here, so the count has again reduced and Nilesh has been turned into, the color has been removed by use of conditional formatting. So this is how you can play around with the data and the checkbox to get your desired output in Excel. This is very important. That's why I specifically took checkbox because I use it in dashboards. I use it for creating some to-do list or taking attendance as I showed you right now. Yeah. So this helps a lot rather than just typing present or absent that this looks cool. Yeah. And this looks convenient for you to do a lot of other stuff which are dependent on the way you select the checkbox. Yeah. Hope you understood the concept of adding a checkbox into your Excel sheet. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Yes, do comment if you want me to cover any topics which in this entire 365 days of Excel. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because this is how you'll get my videos automatically to your inbox. Thank you so much.